Hi guys, welcome to Family Create. So here's a quick update on new travel restriction for British travelers. As Omicron cases continue to rise, more and more countries have essentially banned UK citizens from visiting them. While some countries have changed their requirements to enter, which may include a PCR test before flying, other countries are outright stopping Brits from arriving. For many, this may ruin holiday plans or stop families reuniting days before Christmas. Anyone intending to travel abroad is advised to always check the current situation on the Foreign Office site when making plans. I will give the details of the site at the end of the video. The following countries have imposed strict travel restrictions for British travellers. The French government has announced it will impose a ban on all tourists whether vaccinated or not. So anyone wanting to visit France can now only do so for essential reasons. This includes French nationals returning home or visiting family members. Moving on to Spain. All non-vaccinated Brits have been banned from travelling to Spain. As of December the 1st, the country requires any traveller to prove they have had 2 doses of the coronavirus vaccine. Before this change, a negative PCR test could have granted entry into the country. Next is Netherlands. So the new rules that you must follow if you're travelling to Amsterdam or elsewhere in the country in the coming weeks. Due to tightened restrictions, travellers coming from the UK, including Heathrow Airport, that are not citizens of the Netherlands will not be permitted entry into the country unless they qualify under certain exemptions. These exemptions are for those attending funerals or visiting children or newborn grandchildren is permitted under the rules. After arrival in the Netherlands, you will need to undergo a mandatory 10-day home quarantine, but you can partake in PCR test on day 5 and if negative, end your isolation early. However, if you qualify for these exemptions, you will need to be fully vaccinated to enter the country, as well as showing a recent negative PCR or antigen test. The lockdown currently in place in Netherlands is due to end on the 14th of January 2022. Moving on to Germany. From Sunday night, that's 19th of December, only a selected number of individuals are allowed to enter Germany. According to the Foreign Office, British citizens who are residents in Germany and German citizens are allowed to enter. All travellers from UK must quarantine at home for 14 days regardless of their vaccination status. Australia has had strict travel restrictions in place since early 2020 and has only recently relaxed some of its rules. Entry to Australia is only available if you are exempt or have been granted an individual exemption. Those who are exempt include Australian citizens, permanent residents of Australia, and immediate family members of Australian citizens or permanent residents. Moving on to United States. New travel restrictions are to be enforced in the United States after the country's first case of Omicron variant has been reported. Anyone entering the country, regardless of vaccination status, will need to provide proof of a negative COVID-19 test within 1 day of boarding their flight. New Zealand, on the other hand, has closed its border to almost all travellers. You may be able to enter if you are considered to have a critical purpose to travel. China has suspended all flights from the UK. These measures will be subject to review, but no date has been announced. Bhutan is currently closed to all foreign nationals, including Brits, and the royal government of Bhutan has not specified when the country will reopen to foreign visitors. Israel. Non-Israeli citizens cannot enter the country unless they have a special entry permit from a dedicated exemptions committee. Moving on to Indonesia. Tourist visas are not currently available for British nationals. Tourists are not permitted to visit the Falkland Islands. The Moroccan government has extended the suspension of all flights and ferry service to Morocco until December the 31st. Moving on to Japan. All foreign nationals who do not have existing resident status cannot enter Japan for any purpose, other than in exceptional circumstances. These rules have been in place since 30th of November 2021. To Malaysia. Entry to Malaysia for British nationals is currently banned. Some exemptions may apply, including British nationals with permanent resident status, resident pass, My Second Home Program pass, expatriates of all categories as well as dependents pass, spouse to Malaysian national, students, and temporary employment passes. So this is the government website where you can check the latest foreign travel advice for any country. The website address is www.gov.uk/foreign travel advice. That's all for today. If this information has been helpful, please do give it a like. And for more current affairs blog, please subscribe and comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, do take care. Bye bye.